Hello.
Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to day 8 of our Daily Creative Challenge, which means there's only one day left. That's wild. This 2 weeks have gone so fast. Chat, let me know if you've been here since the beginning, since last Monday, January 6th, when we kicked off this Daily Creative Challenge. If you're new, no worries. We have a new one starting on Monday, so you can always start fresh there, but stick around. We're not done yet here. So the Daily Creative Challenge is an awesome way for you to build your Photoshop skills. It's really geared towards beginners and more advanced users alike. Every challenge can be tweaked and pulled to your liking. Leah says, I've been here since day 1. Nice. Sean, yup, day 1. Jeffrey, happy spin, everybody. It is spin day. Susan says, good evening from Cyprus. Hello, Susan. Thanks for joining us. Austin's been here since day 1. All my ride or dies, my day 1 people. I love it. If you want to learn more about the challenge, you can come to behance.net/challenge/Photoshop. And then you can check out the different challenges that are unlocked every day. So we have these cool little icons that let you know kind of what we're going to be working on. Every day we've been working on a real life object. So we started with stamps, we went to business cards, so real things that you can feel in your hands. And they have gotten bigger every day. So we started at a stamp. Today we're working on wallpaper. Wallpaper can be as big as we want. Yes, Tim, thank you. Registration for this challenge is closed. You can still follow along. This won't be officially registered, but like I said, next Monday, new one's going to be starting, and it's going to be maybe the best DCC yet. Don't want to put too much pressure on it, but I'm excited for it. And then if you scroll all the way down here to the bottom, you can subscribe for those future DCCs. So the way this works is you register, you join the community chat, which is this chat that you have, actually it's over here, on the actual live stream, but you can also join us on Discord. So if you haven't joined us yet, the link is bit.ly/PS Discord, capital P, capital S. And that will bring you to this awesome, thank you very much, awesome chat server where you can post your works in progress to get feedback. So we have some really cool posters from yesterday that I'm checking out right now over here in the current challenge tab. Paul posted his poster. It's a tongue twister. Christina posted the calendar mock-up. Very cool. Marilyn's posting posters as well. So this is where you can post your work to get feedback, and then ultimately we'll upload our projects on Behance on our portfolios. Leah says, well, I'm excited all over again. I wonder who's doing next week. It's gonna be great. I don't think it's someone that you've seen before doing a DCC. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, so then after the live stream, you're gonna share your work and get it uploaded on Behance and Discord. So let's jump into what we're actually gonna be working on today. In Photoshop, we're gonna be making a seamless pattern, which has never been easier in Photoshop in light of some very recent updates. Even after the 2020 update, this is even newer, so I'm going to show you something very cool, but I'm also going to show you an old school way to make a seamless pattern. So as you'll see, this is my pattern that I've been working on. It's kind of terrazzo, like tile inspired. I think that kind of patterning is really popular right now, and it's usually seen on floors or like on upholstery. I thought, what if it was on the walls? This is probably cheaper than actually getting terrazzo put up on your walls, you know? All right, so I'm gonna show you how to do this seamless patterning, and you know it's seamless because see here at the top, we have this little kind of terracotta shape, and it's missing its little nub here at the top. Go all the way to the bottom, there it is. It's super easy, and I'll show you how to do it right now, and ultimately, we're gonna be mocking it up on some walls. Alexander says, I think it's really great that you can click the video button and see the stream from that day. Yeah, you can always watch the replays and also still have access to the starter files if there are any. There is not a template for today because we're going to be making these patterns from scratch, and I'll show you how to do that. So if you're in Photoshop, you can click New, and then we are going to make a perfect square shaped file. So I'm just going with 600 and 600 pixels over here in the right. So it's going to be a perfect square, and it's easy to cut in half. And I'm going to click Create. There we go. Now within this square is where we are going to actually draw the shapes. So I'm going to make a new layer, and this is actually pretty cool. I figured this out last night and I haven't been using it for that long, but Say you're using the polygonal lasso tool to make these little terrazzo like organic shapes. I'm just kind of clicking randomly. I'll actually zoom in a little bit. If you click and then hold Option or Alt, you can use the regular lasso tool as well. So you can make these cool organic and inorganic shapes, and then it goes right back to the polygonal lasso tool. So you're going to be clicking, holding Option, and that will switch it back to the regular lasso tool. I thought that was awesome. I have all of my terrazzo-y colors over here in my library. So first I'm going to just make a couple of different selections. Maybe hold Option and do a freehand selection. Fill another one. This is going to be pretty rough because I'm doing it quickly on the fly. Pick one of my colors, and then you can fill in your entire selection by hitting Option Delete. That will fill your selection with the current foreground color. You could also use the fill bucket tool. You could even brush inside of here with a cool texture. Maybe we'll do that for the next one. I'll make a new layer because we're going to be working with a new color. Make some cool little terrazzo pieces, some big, some small. You can be really quick about this because every tile is different. So who's to say that this is right or wrong? It's the best. What's up, Mubashir? Akanksha, who will host next week? I don't know if I'm allowed to say. I don't know if it's a secret. So I'm gonna withhold that information for now. Oh yeah, I was gonna try and use a textured brush, so let's try that a little bit. Ooh, nice. And since we have these kind of stark outlines, when I deselect, there we go. It almost looks like I cut out watercolor paper. Tim says tap delete to undo the last anchor point using the polygonal lasso tool. Yes, I'll show you how to do that right now. Team, new layer, going back to my lasso tool by typing L, that's L for lasso. So say I make an accidental anchor point, oops, I'm gonna hit delete, that will take me back. Perfect. Click, click, click. This is really kind of therapeutic, to be honest. It's fun to just click around. I'm gonna just try some freehand ones. Who knows? Does anybody have terrazzo flooring in their actual house? I'm jealous. I think it's so cool. All right, let's fill this with this really awesome terracotta-y color. And we're gonna stop there. I'll show you how to make this seamless and we can fill in any of the gaps. Alexander says, what brush is that? I think that was the Big Bad Wolf Tilt from the Mega Pack. So if you go to Get More Brushes and you have a CC subscription, up here, Get More Brushes, boom, that'll take you to a site where you can download the Mega Pack. And then within the Mega Pack, it's in the paint box. It's really nice. Quick close, do you hit enter? Yes. From your last anchor point, if you hit enter, I'll just show you. Whoops, wrong one, gonna cycle to the polygonal. So I still have a live point, but if I just hit enter, it'll just close it. Okay, so let's make this a perfect seamless pattern. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to select all of my tile layers over here on the right, holding the top, hold shift, click the bottom one, and I'm gonna convert those 3 layers into a smart object. Cool, so if I were to double click into here, all of these layers are still live. And now I can apply an effect to the entire thing. So we're gonna go up to Filter, Other, and Offset. So since my file size is 600 by 600 pixels, I'm gonna want to move my offset 300 one way or the other. So half of your total size, 300 plus, 300 minus. So it's already set that way because I was playing with this earlier. So we're gonna do horizontal plus 300, vertical minus 300, and we're gonna make sure wrap around is chosen. So basically this is moving our image 300 pixels to the right. I'll do it on here, 300 pixels to the right, and then everything that falls off the right side is wrapping around on this side. So that's why it's perfectly seamless. And then for the vertical, we're moving it 300 down, and everything that falls off the bottom here comes back up here. So when we tile it, it's perfect. We're gonna click OK. And notice, since this was a smart object, that now our offset is a smart filter. And we can turn it on and off as we desire. Very cool. Mubashir says Kathleen salamander orange. Ooh, I like salamanders. That's fun. And then when you do this, you get to see some of the little blank spaces that you might have missed. So we're gonna make a new layer. Let's make a couple more selections. Fill in some of these white spaces with some medium and small sized bits. And like I said, this is kind of the tried and true way to, or one of the tried and true ways to make a seamless pattern in Photoshop, but there is a very new way to do it as well, and I'll show you after I finish this. This is very fun, and it's also a great way for you to make content quickly, like if you wanted to sell a pattern pack on Etsy or on Gumroad. This is how you might do it. Alrighty, let's fill these with, I like this kind of like grayish, gray lavender color. We'll fill that in, perfect. And then I'm just going to merge these two tile layers together. I know, merging layers, scary, but it's all good. I'm gonna turn off my background, and then we're just gonna have this transparent terrazzo pattern. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go up to Edit, Define Pattern. You'll notice that in this little thumbnail, that shows a swatch of what our pattern's gonna be. I'm gonna say day 8 tile. Okay. Perfect. So there is a new window, a new-ish window in Photoshop. If you go to Window, you can click Patterns, and that will open all of your custom patterns. So there is our new one right there. Let's apply it to something. Let's go to our working file. So I have already made a mask that masks out this couch. So when we apply a pattern, it goes on the wall behind it. So let's do a new pattern layer. What I'm gonna do is come down here to my adjustment and fill layers, click pattern, choose my new pattern, there it is. And from here I can choose the scale. If I wanna scale it up, scale it down. I kinda like it a nice medium scale. Cool. And then I'm going to do a tip that Chad told us about yesterday, is I'm gonna grab the mask that I already made, hold Option and drag it down. We're gonna replace the mask. There we go. Boom. We have our pattern on our walls. You could even apply it to the couch if you wanted to, maybe the throw pillows instead. Sam says, I've had to make repeating patterns in the past and it's nice how easy it can be. It's about to be way easier. Let me show you the even easier way to do this. Okay, let's go back to our original pattern. We'll work with this one. So I have this pattern selected, right? I have the layer selected in the Libraries panel, and you can open the Libraries panel by going to Window, choosing Libraries. You'll notice there's this little plus button. And libraries are a great way where you can keep all of your swatches together, your patterns together, your typefaces together. If you're working on one project, you can make a project just for that. So like say last February, we made a library with a bunch of textures in it for making Valentines, that kind of thing. So in this plus button and with this layer selected, I'm gonna say create from image, and you'll see this little icon next to it. If you've watched DCCs in the past or Adobe Live, you might recognize this icon as the Adobe Capture app icon. Yeah, Capture's in Photoshop now. It's pretty crazy. I had no idea. I saw Paul Tranny posted this in a tweet just a couple days ago showing that you can make patterns like Capture within Photoshop. This is new, so cool. Chad says, Capture, yes. Capture is one of my favorite apps ever. It's basically a toolbox, so you can make patterns out of anything in the world. You can make vector shapes out of anything, grab a color theme, and even make gradients, which is awesome. So it's an app because you can download it on your phone and you can use your phone's camera to look at the world and grab color schemes from, I don't know, a restaurant that you like. It's very awesome. So we can make our own kaleidoscope pattern out of our tile that we just made. We can choose different settings. I kind of like this diamond one. It's very classy. Ooh, I like that too. Little honeycomb. Then you can do perfect grids as well. Yeah, it saves using your phone. So if you're not out and about, but you're just on your computer, you can still do everything that Capture can do. But if you're out and about on your phone and you are logged in with your CC subscription, everything you do on your phone will appear in your libraries as well. I know, Leah, isn't this crazy? Thank you, Paul Tranny, for showing me this the day before my pattern stream. I'm so thankful. So we can increase the scale and then use this little navigator window down here to move around our design. Something a little more minimal. We could decrease the scale, get really fine with it, move around a bit. What do you guys think? Should I do the honeycomb? Honeycomb option, maybe the more diamondy one. I'm open to your suggestions. Ken says had to do it on a screen and then take phone photo before. Yeah, now you can just do it all in one place. Adobe captured the rebels, Voodoo Val. That's true, Voodoo Val loves capturing. Capturing on her phone and capturing the rebels, because she is a Sith Lord. So I'm just playing around here a little bit. I love these colors with that dark background. That's awesome. I might apply a dark background once I actually make this pattern. And we could all maybe just zoom in to here and watch the colors change. Wow. This is the rest of the stream. Just me playing around with this. All right, Catherine says honeycomb. Let's go for it. Move this around a little bit more. Maybe increase the scale a bit. Introduce some of that yellow. Ooh. Seems like there's two honeycomb-ish settings. One has more segments and one has less. Let's do the less segmented one. That's cool. You can even rotate as well. Rotate your base image. I'm actually hypnotizing you all. I'm sorry I didn't tell you before. All right, let's do that. Looks good. You can also do grayscale if you desire so. Kaleidoscope, yeah, Valentine. Help, I'm being hypnotized. There's no help for you here, Jan Eric. You must do my bidding. All right, let's save it to our CC libraries, and when we save it, you will see it appears over here. We're gonna close this, and now, if I go back to my working file, I can do a new pattern fill. I can choose one of my new kaleidoscopes. Oh, here we go. There you go. So you just have to go into the libraries and click on the thumbnail and it will fill it for you. So this is a lot going on. Let me turn off the first pattern first. There we are. Apply that. How cute. This would be great for making wrapping paper. I love that. Gina says you can create these patterns and then send it out to have fabric made. Yeah, like Spoonflower or any other fabric making site. Sam, I can see how this would be very helpful for your process when you're designing those character design costumes. The little tiny patterns on their collars and on their robes and things. Can't wait to see what you make, my dude. Ariana says, gosh darn it, I'm late. No worries, Ariana. I just showed the easiest way to make a pattern in Photoshop ever. But you can always watch the replay. Justina says, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I know. Leah says, I could watch this all day. Between this and brushes, I am in trouble. Me too. Me too. At some point, they're gonna have to drag me away. And that point is in about 5 minutes and 50 seconds. Okay, so we have our image, and let me bump over to my other image. So the way that I made this is I created a mask by using Select and Mask. Is this it? Is this it? Is this it? This is it. Okay. So if you want to make a more realistic mock-up like this where it goes across every wall, I would recommend going to your Quick Select tool, choosing Select and Mask, and then you can quickly select the pieces that you want. And then I even went as far as to deselect these radiator pieces or wall heaters, and so that in the final piece you can see that there's actually some wallpaper under here as well. Now I didn't take this the extra mile and I didn't actually warp these right side and left side so it looks like it's coming towards you, but you could totally do that. We covered how to distort transform, I think in the second day or the third day for postcards. So that could be a challenge. If you want to put it in an actual three-dimensional room, you might want to distort those side walls. See how it goes. Jan Erik says, hello, my name is Jan Erik and I'm a rasterholic. He loves the Photoshop. Okay, so let's get one of these exported and uploaded. We'll just do this one just to keep it simple. Remember, a quick way to export your entire file in Photoshop, get it out of the Photoshops and onto your computer is to go to File, Export As. You could even do Quick Export as PNG and it'll just do it for you in one step. But this allows you to change the sizes and the format, even the quality if you want. And something that's super cool is over here on the left side, you can even export multiple sizes at once. So say you need to make like a little social icon version, a larger one, maybe a banner ad. You can designate the different sizes. So ×3, ×0.25, so 1/4 of the size. And then when you click export, it will export all of them at once. D says Spoonflower is gonna have to check their services. Or you're gonna have to check their services. Yeah, definitely. I've heard they're kind of expensive, but hopefully you get good quality for what you pay. All right, let's go to export. We're gonna do day 8. Let's see. Wallpaper, goodness. I don't have any kind of naming convention this time around, as you see. All right, let's go to Discord and get some feedback from all of you. So I'm opening Discord. Remember, you can do Discord on your browser. So you can literally go to discord.com and log in there. You can download an app on your phone, or you can download the app on your computer, which is what I use. I used to have it on my phone, but then I was just always on it. I couldn't get off. Could the create from image element be turned into a seamless file as well? Yeah, it is. It already is. So these patterns are seamless. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, going back to Discord. Getting this uploaded. So if I click this little plus button down here when I'm in the current challenge tab, we can upload our work and get some feedback. This is not the view that I am used to. Let's do that. There we go. January, day 8, wallpaper goodness. Alrighty, let's say, what else should I apply this pattern to? Pillows? Phone cases? Let me know. It's always great to ask specific questions, as always. Hopefully get some feedback, and then once I get that feedback, I can always upload new images and get more feedback. All right, let's get this uploaded on Behance as well. I'm gonna go to my profile. Here is my challenge, and I've noticed a lot of people are making a new Behance project for every challenge. I would recommend for each 2-week challenge that you just have one project. So then when you open the project, there's multiple things to scroll through instead of just one image in each project. Unless for each of those images, you upload like your entire process and a whole brief behind it, but this might be easier. All right, let's get that uploaded. And then while I'm uploading this, I want to tell you all about the rest of the day for Adobe Live. So I'm not the last stream of the day. We have more coming at ya. Right after me, I believe we have more photography featuring phone photography with Andre. Yes, very cool. Yesterday's stream was really fun. If you don't know Andre, you should definitely stick around. He's an awesome dude and a great photographer. And then at 11:30, Howard's gonna be here in the studio for his daily creative challenge, which is awesome. And then we're gonna do more graphic design at 12. So we're gonna have a really cool XD photography and graphic designy kind of day. Justina, if you want to join Discord, it is bit.ly/PSDiscord, capital P, capital S. And then I'm gonna be back tomorrow for our last challenge. Try not to think about it. We'll get there when we get there. So stick around, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.